and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller. In tonight's news, we hear from Coffee County's new mayor. Picking and putting is this Sunday, and Tennessee state parks need your help to keep them beautiful. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
MacArthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at MacArthur Manor, we'll treat you like family.
Caring.
Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest.
Engaging.
With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at MacArthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
Welcome back. Newsleader's Philip Scoggins sat down with the new county mayor, Judd Matheny, last week and spoke with him about his plans for office. In this clip, Mayor Matheny spoke about county finances, the committee system, and how the new budget will come about.
Our fund balances in our departments and in our general fund is strong. These sales tax revenues have really picked up. The online sales tax revenues that we get have been a great contributor to that. You have the hotel motel tax that's beginning to come through. And we have a lot of horsepower. This county needs to continue to do that. We need to have strong fund balances because when these opportunities come our way, we don't want to figure out how to catch up to get at a starting point and then do it. We need to be at a starting point always ready to move forward. And maintaining these strong fund balances is important to that. Benefits for county employees is high on our list, and with all the interviews of the commissioners, it has been one of the biggest things. And the insurance. Health insurance is a huge challenge for everybody. Our county does not have a very good program. Dollar-wise, it's unsustainable. Give a 4 or 5% raise, you get a 7 or 8% increase in health insurance every year. We have to stop that cycle of insanity and make some real difference. It's going to take us a while. Enrollment periods come once a year. Contract negotiations come less than that. I'm inheriting some things that I have to work through, but today, day one, we're already starting on the process of looking at our entire benefits package. Now, I think that has the most opportunity and headroom to get the biggest bang for the buck for the county to pass on to the individual employee. Get better, cheaper health insurance, cafeteria plans, bring those costs down, look at different pools that our county can join in order to do that, and get additional compensation that way for the employees. I want to attrition, things of that nature. It costs us so much money when a trained employee leaves. We need to look at competitive rates to keep people. New pay scale. Sam Harper and I are going to look at a new pay scale starting today. It's going to take a little while to implement that, but I don't want individual committees or commissioners being questioned constantly about how's this going to work, how's this going to work. I want to help them find an answer to that. So we're going to look at a way to compensate our employees fairly across the board. I don't think a step raise is a good idea because everybody can't be paid the same. People are different, and they choose to be different. Some people work for a certain reason. Other people don't care about money so much. They just want to work. They love their job, but they still need to be paid very well. So we're going to look at how employees are compensated and how the evaluations are done through the department heads, and those are done, and discuss this with the department heads, but I want there to be, once again, a predictable way that compensation raises are going to be sent out. And these have been chronic problems that we've had to deal with for a while, and Budget and Finance has kind of picked up the pieces and done the best they could, and it's been frustrating for them, I know. Water and wastewater out, in management here in the county is going to be paramount as we look at new water and sewer projects. We look at temporary step sewer systems in outer-lying neighborhoods. A lot to do. We have great people. We great sheriff's office. Just great everything. I think is in a solid place. There's some additional training that some employees need to get for the positions that they're in now, and I want to help them get that. And there's some new people that we'll probably bring in to help those departments in the future, but I want to get going first. I want to talk to people, make sure that the things I've seen and heard are actual. They may be more acute, they may be less. We do have limited resources, so we've got to use some laser focus, especially here at the beginning, to get this done. The first month I'm here, today's September 1st, will be just a lot of being available, checking back with everybody that I've spoken to. We have a draft now of the committee system. I'm in the process of making a final draft with Sam, and I'll present that to the commissioners, and it should be very closely in line with the things they've asked me they wanted or that they would like to do. Obviously, there's always going to be a few people that are on committees they're not the most passionate about, but that's just the way it falls sometimes. We have almost 40 committees. Too many. Many of those, though, we can mothball, so to speak. We'll constitute them, but they'll be on call, pending a specific issue. Some are already there, some additional ones may need to be there. There's some committees I'd like to maybe roll into a different committee and make them subcommittees. I'm looking into what we can do there to have less meetings, every day, all the time, whatever, and have maybe 2 subcommittees in a committee that take care of what used to be 3 meetings. So we are building that also. I expect by October, mid-October, to have these committees approved by the legislative body and working. The ones that are there now have competency. We want to make sure they all have quorums, obviously, because we've lost some people. But as we go through this process, we will make what we have work and work well. And then we'll put the new ones in place that the commission ratifies, and then we're rolling full speed. Budget will be handled perhaps differently than it's been done in the past. I want the budget to begin with me in the mayor's office and be built in conjunction with the department heads and the budget and finance office based on exactly what you think it would be. Revenue projections and need. And build a budget, present that budget to the commission and the public in basically a public work session. The department heads present the budget to me formally, and I ask them questions. The individual commissioners can submit questions to me that day to ask them, but I envision that meeting as being just a presentation, because the real work of the budget then begins once it goes to the committee system. So that first meeting of the formal budget, draft of the formal budget, would be informational so that the public can see where we are, what our mindset is. The entire commission can see the department heads together presenting a budget to the mayor that is right in front of them. At the end of that meeting, it will begin the committee process. It will work its way through the various committees. I'm going to ride shotgun with it, and then we'll get to budget and finance for the final approval of the monies. I'm going to ride shotgun with it again, and then we're going to bring it to the commission for a full vote, and we're going to move on to the next agenda. And it's going to be a transparent budget. It's going to be one that is objective and deals with the things that we've talked about we want. Quality of life, good education, good jobs, public safety, economic opportunities that reach out to the state and federal government to grasp those economic opportunities and let them know that we're in tune with them.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Parkview Senior Living, active, independent senior living at its finest.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. We now finish with our interview with new Coffee County Mayor Judd Matheny, where he covers his relationship with county commissioners and his philosophy for being mayor.
Philip, I don't see anything that we can't overcome. I know every single commissioner. There's only two that I had not met prior to today. One of them I had met, but I just didn't know them too well. Many of them I've known for 25 years. And a couple of them are football coaches. I was 10. It's pretty neat. And department heads, I've known many of them for a long time, and all the elected officials, I've known them for a long time, and a lot of personal friends. And we fought a lot of battles, not against each other, with each other in the past to support Coffee County. So there's trust issues that are good there. I don't see any deficit in trust. And the individual elected officials, I'm not going to get in their business. I do approve their budgets, or we approve their budgets, and I want to work with them very closely on that. But I have full faith and confidence in them to perform their duties. If they need me and they need the county or the commission in any way, I've just asked them to ask, and I'll do the same with them. But we can all work together very closely. It's a unique situation that we are in with so many elected officials. The county does not run the sheriff's office. The county does not run the assessor's office. They're independent. We work with them to approve their budgets and their pay, and we're going to do that in a respectful way and a predictable way. Once again, decorum is big for me. I want professional decorum all the time, definitely in public. I don't want the public to be berated. I don't want department heads to be berated. I don't want people to feel like they can't come to me or the commission and express a problem. We have to say no a lot because we're dealing with financial issues and we're dealing with limited powers. But we need to listen. And if we can't do it, we'll say we can't do it. If it's something we need to do, we will try to put the process in place to make the changes to do it. But if we can do it and it needs to be done, we're going to do it. And decorum amongst the commission in public meetings, I'm going to be the chairman of the commission. I hope to be. I'm going to ask the commission to elect me as the chairman. It's not a given. They can elect whoever they'd like to. The mayor can actually serve two functions, one or the other, not both. One is to just be a mayor, and you have a veto power, but not much more. A chairman has much more role in constituting the committees, running the individual meetings, keeping on track and keeping decorum. And I have experience doing that on the whole House floor. Chaired many full committees on the state level. And I remember the first time, nervous as a cat, and still get nervous. It's very important work. And but I'm proud to do it. And it'll be rocky sometimes, but we'll pull it together. Joe Pettigo, I've invited him to come back as our parliamentarian, and thankfully he's accepted that. He's a great guy, and everybody has great confidence in him. And he knows Robert's Rules of Order, as good as you might know your first 10 channels on your television or something. He's just very good at that, and it's important to have a parliamentarian that can quickly tell you where you are in a procedure and what the next procedure is, clarify it so that we can move on, whether it's people testifying or votes and motions, and Joe is very good at that. One of the biggest things in my former political career that I realized very early on is he who knows the rules has the power. A little bit different situation here. It's positive in that we have a third party, someone's not a commissioner or a mayor, that is telling us all the rules, so we all have equal access to them. In Nashville, when I was up there, it's whoever wanted to study the most could kick your butt on the House floor. And we used Mason's rules up there, which was about that thick, and Robert's is only about that thick. But Joe's going to do a great job and keep us on track. And he'll know I'm going to look at him quite a bit and say, where are we, Joe? I can't think of anything else, Philip, other than it's quiet in here the first day, and there's a reason for that. I think people have confidence in the commission. I think they have confidence in me, and I'm proud of that. And we've done our homework to get to this day. Yes, there's some people out there, obviously, that are concerned about their departments, their futures, and but I've tried to alleviate those concerns. We're not coming in here and turning their desks over. We're letting them continue their jobs like they should, working with the existing policies and procedures that are in place. When we see the need to change those, we're going to change them, but we're going to do them in conjunction with those individuals. Like I said, many of these folks know me, so they know that I'm going to work with them and not do something just because I want to do it. I'm going to do it because we all need to do it. So I'm excited about it, man. I really am.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Mayor Matheny. It's
Thank
great
you.
to have you here, and we'll check in on you.
I would love to, and love to come back and see you and John Gray over there too, you know that.
All right.
So thank you very much.
More news is coming up in a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
We tend to lose our motivation when we have something that's chronic, but you've got to do what you can early on as you can. After I'd exercise like that, I would have a lot of energy to do housework or whatever I needed. Well, I would recommend it highly to anyone at any degree of Parkinson.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Fran Gray from Alzheimer's Tennessee and local guitar virtuoso Don Jones recently stopped by to speak with news leaders John Gray about the Picking and Putting fundraiser happening this Sunday at Trinity Lutheran Church in Tullahoma.
11th
of September
is Picking and Putting, and that is going to be behind the Lutheran Church, and that is what happened is, and Don can explain this. Don lives on Irish Circle.
Right.
And behind Irish Circle, between Irish Circle and the Lutheran Church, there's this grassy field back there that was probably grass as high as we are tall.
At least.
And so Don went to the church over there and said, do you mind if I clean this up?
I pretty well took it over because it was abandoned, and I started hitting golf balls out there from my yard, and there was only one little clear spot by the prayer labyrinth. And there's a statue of Jesus there. And I would hit the balls toward Jesus because that's the only place I'd ever have a chance of finding the balls again, because they'd be lost in the tall weeds. So I mowed a path out, then a path back, and I kept going and going and going. Pretty well the whole field's cleared off, and I made my own 6-hole golf course out there on church property.
So you have different tees at different places and stuff, and then how many greens do you have?
There's 6.
6 greens.
6. And Beverly called it 6 Flags Over Jesus.
That's great.
But I went to the pastor, Brother Alex, and he was happy that I was taking care of it, and so it's a mutual agreement. I'm his head greenskeeper for the Trinity Lutheran Church. But we're having a hootenanny back there, and it was an idea I thought about. I miss the old bluegrass festivals where people used to get their instruments, come to the park, and just set up and play and communicate with each other musically.
Right.
Those days are gone. Everything's so commercial now. So I proposed the idea of getting together out there and having a little concert. And one of the things that really brought it on, I was raised on folk music back in the 60s. That's what got me playing, because that was a fingerstyle guitar that nobody else was doing back then. You were either playing rock and roll or you were playing folk music if you wanted to play this style of guitar. And I was thinking about the messages in those songs that are unifying. And the last line of Where Have All the Flowers Gone is When Will We Ever Learn? And I'm trying to get the message out there that we agree on so much more. We got bigger fish to fry.
We sure do. We sure do. And one of the fish we have to fry is the fish that is Alzheimer's.
That's absolutely.
And that's a terrible thing that happens to every society. There is no politics there.
No.
There's no disease, has no politics. And that's what Fran is working for, and we're working for. And this is going to be kind of a semi-fundraiser for Alzheimer's Tennessee. So Fran, tell us what's going on.
Well, Don, thank you. John, thank you. We are thrilled to have Don Jones, who, as John says, is our dear friend, fabulous musician, and a peace lover. And we are coming together on Sunday afternoon, September 11th. We will be at 705 Wilson Avenue. That's Trinity Lutheran Church, not to get confused with the other
Right.
one. But we will be meeting and greeting behind Trinity Lutheran Church from 2 until 6 o'clock. And we're going to have a food truck there, and we're going to have not only great music, but we're going to have some putting on one of Dawn's holes there. So I don't golf. In fact, I think they would pay me not to golf. The couple of times I've tried, I've torn up the golf course. So I'm not going to destroy your golf course.
You can't hurt it.
Well, I think I could. So I may try to get out there and putt the ball.
It'll be putting only.
Yeah, no, what we're going to do
we're not going to have kids hitting 2 irons out there and killing each other.
To explain, this is a fundraiser. So what we're going to do is take, I hadn't decided yet, probably eight tees and put them at different places in the green. And then that'll be 8 places that you will putt from.
Shane Adkins will be coming. Becky Buller has agreed to do it, and I'm going to try to get Becky to lead the Song Fest.
Yes, I hope you can. She's lovely, and she is just so happy to be part of things. And of course, she has wonderful awards. We're thankful that she has been recognized for her gifts, but she knows these old songs too, and it's part of her growing up with her parents.
That's right. We'll have Jim and Englewood will be there, and they are a treasure for old-timey music, the stuff that got us all going and kicked everything off.
Right.
So
we want everyone to come. We're asking for a $10 donation because we are working to make Alzheimer's a memory. So please come, bring your family, bring your lawn chair, your blanket, what have you, and come and enjoy a beautiful afternoon. If it does rain, we will be in the pavilion behind Trinity Lutheran Church.
We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me at Life Care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Conservation efforts in Tennessee state parks don't end with habitat and species protection. State park staff works diligently to protect rivers, streams, and major waterways across the state through various water conservation efforts. For example, Johnsonville State Historic Park has improved the appearance and health of shorelines along the Tennessee River through coordinated efforts with volunteers. When floodwaters rise, debris washes in and litters beaches, grassy and wooded areas along the park shorelines. Through a partnership with Keep Tennessee Rivers Beautiful, the park hosted a series of cleanup days resulting in 13,769 pounds of refuse recovered from Johnsonville State Historic Park's immediate surrounding bays on the Tennessee River and Kentucky Lake Reservoir. Many Tennessee state parks are TVA Clean Marina certified to further promote environmental practices and preserve water resources, beauty, and natural diversity for generations to come. TVA founded the Tennessee Valley Clean Marina Initiative to help marina owners and operators protect water quality. The program addresses oil and gas controlled sewage management, marina seeding, and erosion prevention. Warrior Path State Park on Fort Patrick Henry Lake is home to one of the TVA certified clean marinas. Many conservation efforts are happening here, including on-site recycling for boulders, cigarette butt receptacles, shoreline stabilization, spill kits for environmental response, and native vegetation and riprap used to protect shorelines. The marina also shares information on best practices for water quality protection and conservation with the public. When you visit Tennessee State Parks or while you travel near any waterway, be sure to properly manage your waste. Practice leave no trace by packing in and packing out all items that you have with you on hikes, picnics, or boating trips. Avoid intentional or accidental littering. Properly secure packaging or other items that may get blown away or misplaced while traveling. Keep all waste items with you until you find the proper disposal bin or take them home with you to properly dispose of them there, including pet waste. You may also register to volunteer at one of many cleanup opportunities offered seasonally at a park near you to help protect and preserve Tennessee's beautiful waterways. To learn more about Tennessee State Parks volunteer opportunities, visit tnstateparksvolunteer.galaxydigital.com. Keep Tennessee River Beautiful information is located at keeptnriverbeautiful.org. And Leave No Trace is available at lnt.org. Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up next.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
MacArthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at MacArthur Manor, we'll treat you like family.
Caring.
Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest.
Engaging.
With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at MacArthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1925 at 102 degrees. Record low was in 2017 at 47 degrees. Average high on this day is 84 and the average low is 62. Mostly clear weather expected tonight with a low of 62. Mostly sunny weather in the forecast for Friday with a high of 82 and a low of 65. And some showers are in the forecast weather for Saturday with a high of 80 and a low of 66. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.